There's some new decor and signage.
I think it's great signage and spruce this place up a little bit. No, they've done a great job. The facility's in great shape. Obviously, the season we had last year and the ability to come back and celebrate that and honor what last year's team did and meant to this organization, to our fan base, and also remind us what, where it all started and what we need to do to go back and try to do this again. So it's great. The signage is amazing. I've been walking around the facility, taking it all in, and certainly have great pride with seeing a World Series banner flying outside as you walk out to the field. It's pretty cool.
Seaway, you have experience with this from a player level, right? Having won a World Series and then going back to that team next year. I know for you the preparation basically began within hours of the World Series.
Mm-hmm.
But what's your advice for your players as they move from celebration into preparation?
Well, I'm not worried about our players. I mean, as I said it last year, this is the most professional group I've ever been around. They're extremely focused, they're extremely motivated, and my sense is they're not satisfied. And while I think they deserve to be celebrated for what they accomplished last year, I think this group has expectations and ambitions beyond reaching the top one time. And so I really am not worried about our group. And I think from Boch and I have talked about this, and this group doesn't have to be anything more than what they have been. It's an extremely talented group. It's a great group of guys that love each other, that play the game the right way. And whether we're underdogs or whether there are more expectations this year, I don't think that matters. We just need to be ourselves and go play our game, and have a lot of confidence this group is going to do great things again.
Where do you guys stand on perhaps making additional additions to the roster?
Yeah, I don't think there are many additions coming at this point. I've said before, we'll keep an open mind. And certainly, I know there's a number of free agents still out there, but at this point, the group we have in the clubhouse is primarily the group. And if there is an opportunity to add, we would certainly be open to that. But right now, we're focused on this group and getting them ready for the season.
What do you like about it? What do you like about your rotation?
You guys are out of rhythm here. It's been a long off season. I can tell you've interrupted each other twice.
It's the first day.
We got to figure this out a little bit. Yeah.
What do you like about your rotation as it stands?
Well, last night we talked about this as a front office group, and we compared it to where we were a couple years ago with the rotation and coming into camp. You look at having Nate Eovaldi and Andrew Heaney and John Gray and Dane Dunning, and then Cody Bradford, amongst others, in competition. We feel very good about that group of guys. They're all quality major league pitchers. Their projections are very solid for this season. I think the biggest part is going to be the depth. I think that we're going to, second half, we're looking to reinforce our depth with hopefully having Max, Tyler, and Jacob come back, at which point we'll be in very good shape. But, we understand that there's a first half of the season that we're going to need to have some depth there too. And so making sure that we have those options coming out of camp. And I think there's great opportunity for some of our young players, guys that have been at AAA or made it to AAA, to really establish themselves as options for us. And we're looking forward to seeing those guys in camp and seeing what they can do and seeing how close they are to being major league options, whether it's early in the season or potentially coming out of camp if they pitch well enough.
Can we get a couple of updates real quick? DeGrom has started throwing.
Jacob started throwing. The first day went great. I think he was off yesterday and will resume again today.
By throwing, you mean
A baseball.
off a mound?
Evan,
That we're still.
you've been at this too long to know your first day of throwing isn't off the
Okay.
mound.
I didn't know when you. I didn't know where exactly.
No,
you
he
said.
started playing catch. He started his normal catch progression. It's part of the standard rehab for Tommy John. And I think it was, I don't know the exact distance or number of throws, but it was a great day. Jacob said he felt great. The training staff said he looked great. And, and I think medically everything has been on track and checking out. So we're very excited. It's a big step for him, and there's a long way to go. But picking up a baseball and playing catch for the first time is significant, and it's a major hurdle that we've cleared, and now many more to come, but we're on the right path here.
And has Mally started throwing?
Yeah. Tyler has been throwing, I think, maybe a month or maybe even 6 weeks longer. So his progression is he's at a further distance with more intensity and volume. I think the timeline we hope for Tyler is July. I think Jacob's more of an August, hopefully, and Max, I think we're shooting for June. So, but that said, there's no hard timetables on any of those guys at this point. There are a lot of, like I said, hurdles left to clear here.
What is Max able to do to keep his arm going, if anything? I mean, it's still pretty early in the rehab.
Yeah, and look, he's got a long way to go. I don't think we're worried about his arm. His arm's in good shape, and we'll be able to build that up in an appropriate amount of time. We've got plenty of time on him.